Welcome back to the program, everyone. We've dedicated this first half of the program to stressing the importance of the upcoming referendum that's going to be voted on June 6th. We heard from the superintendent, we heard from the principal, we heard from the financial director. Now we're going to hear from a mom and a student of the Colonial School District. So we'd like to welcome Dawn Green and her daughter Leah. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. We know how important this is.
Very.
So as a parent, what would you like to share about this referendum, how it would be impactful?
Well, I know for me as a parent, they talked about the things that we would lose. And so a critical thing for me is the class size. You know, we just recently, in the last 2 weeks, laid off 134 teachers and staff combined. So that means directly impacting our classrooms where we have less teachers, there's going to be more students to put in the classroom. That's not a good environment conducive for learning, nor is it conducive for a teacher to manage. So that's a key component for me that's very important is class size. And then also retaining our high quality staff. My daughter Leah goes to William Penn High School, and she's taking AP Human Geography. So I'm going to give you just an example of what I mean by high quality staff. So her AP teacher, they have an exam they have to take. They took on May 12th. So for a month prior to the exam, he held on his own on Saturdays from 9 to 12 study sessions for the kids. Not only did he hold a study session, but he also brought food for the kids on Saturdays, which I was very thankful for as a parent that he did that. Not only did he do Saturday sessions, when we had spring break, he held 2 sessions for these kids because the exam was coming up. So when I talk about high quality staff, retaining them, those are the type of people that we want in our classrooms taking care of our children because they care about their education. So that's critical for me. They talked about our after sports programs. My daughter is in cross country for William Penn. She's a freshman, so it's her first year. It was critical for her to be a part of some type of activity because it helped her to acclimate into that high school environment. Coming in as a freshman, it's a little difficult sometimes. So she got with a good group of people. It was a little bit more seamless transition. You know, our kids are under a lot of stress. We know about all the testing that they have to take. Our music programs, our art programs, our sport, those are outlets for our kids to be able to just kind of de-stress a little bit. So those are things that are critical for me, making sure that our kids have those programs in place.
So Leah, this was your first year. What'd you think?
It was a pretty hectic year.
It was hectic?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. Tell me about cross country.
Cross country, it's now my favorite sport in the whole entire world.
Really?
Yeah.
Running. That's fantastic. Don't say a word, Dwayne. Don't say a word.
I ran cross country in high school, so I know what you had to go through.
Yeah, it's kind of like a habit.
Okay, all right. So what other activities would you be interested in? What are your thoughts about what's going on?
Well, it was kind of upsetting. So I was talking to my teammates the other day. You know, it's kind of upsetting that we're not going to have like freshmen and JV sports because there are some kids on the team that can't make varsity times. So we were just talking about how like we really need this referendum to pass so that we can keep our JV and freshman teams.
So you guys talk about it. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, because it seems like, I'm not trying to insult you, okay, but I know my friends when I was in high school and we only cared about music and I'm dating myself, MTV, that's all we cared about. But so you guys talk about it. Did you want to share anything that you're hearing from your friends or just those things or anything else?
Well, yeah, a couple of my friends are upset. One of my friends cried actually the other day because they're cutting out band, and band is a really big part of her life.
Yeah. Yeah. Marching band?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
They're cutting out band?
Yes.
So now she's going to cry. So let me ask this question. Since your classmates are very aware of this, has the kids gotten together and did something as one? And if so, what was it?
Yeah, we kind of created like a hashtag on Instagram, and it was like save the referendum, and like pass it on, stuff like that. We all were like posting the list of things that are going to get cut, and we were like really stressing to other kids, you know, trying to pass it on because social media is like where everybody is. So we just like really wanted to pass, and we actually found out that there are referendums at other schools too. So we're trying to help out everybody in the district.
Which is great because, you know, sometimes hearing it from their child, is more impactful to a parent, right?
Yes, I agree.
Because I mean, I can hear a ton of things, but if my child says to me, "Mom, this is important," you know, I would pay a little more attention.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you wanted to share with us, Leah? What about this summer? Did you have any summertime activities planned?
Well, this summer I was hoping on volunteering at some of the programs at Penn. And I know in the past when I was in K through 8, I did some of the summer programs like graphic design, movie making, and all that. And it would just be like really like disappointing if other kids didn't get the opportunity to go through the same process and friend making and just the Penn experience that I did.
So is there any plan as we go into the home stretch of June the 6th? Is there any last minute effort between the students or the parents to put information out there to get more people aware and understand?
Absolutely. I'm on the steering committee. I'm one of the parents on the steering committee. And so we have activities planned at our schools. And so I can tell you, even at Tuesday and Wednesday, there's a concert at Gunning Bedford. There's a parent meeting. There's a concert at Gunning Bedford from Southern Elementary. So all of our concerts are coming up. All programs, you'll see a parent like myself at there speaking to the parents and letting them know the importance of passing the referendum and what we can gain and what we can lose. I know economic times can be rough, but as a parent, we sacrifice for our children every day. We sacrifice for their needs, we sacrifice for their wants. Our education is a need that we need to sacrifice. You're talking about education, that's an investment in our children. As a parent, we need to invest in our children. We want to make sure that they are capable and they have a high quality education so they can carry on. And you know, talking about paying it forward from a community perspective, we got to pay it forward because these kids right now, they're our future. That's what's going to kind of sustain us. They're going to take care of us at some point in time. So we might want to pay it forward now and look, you know, long term what we can do to help and support our children.
This is not an area to cut back on.
It is not.
No.
It is not an area to cut back on. Cut back on something else, but not this area. And then even the cost, it's $24 additional a month on average, depending where you're at. It's like 2 pizzas maybe. It's not, you know, when we think about it from the value standpoint, it's not a lot of money to invest to be able to produce the high quality programs that they do. The students, I have a student whose friend who just graduated with his master's he graduated from Penn, went and got his bachelor's, he just graduated his master's in accounting, is doing phenomenal. So I mean, I know some of the students that come out of Penn and we're producing high quality kids.
I went to Penn.
Prime example.
The teacher, can you just say that teacher's name again who did the Saturday sessions in the spring break?
Mr. Hine. We love Mr. Hine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of many teachers there that are willing to put the effort in and that will help their students, that will stay after. One of the things I found as a parent talking to other parents in other districts, we are very fortunate because we have at the high school level 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock transportation buses. And so Tuesday and Thursdays, teachers stay after and there's a bus for that. And then Monday through Friday, the sports programs, they have a 5 o'clock bus. I talk to other friends, they don't have after school transportation. They're trying to figure out how to get their kids to where they need to be and how to get out of work to do that. We're fortunate at Colonial where we have that. That's something that we have a potential to lose if we do not pass this referendum.
I went to Penn in my senior year, but I went to a different high school in 9th through 11th actually. And at that school we had a 3:10 bus and a 5 p.m. bus, and there were schools in the area, just that exact thing, that didn't have that. And if I couldn't take the 5 o'clock bus home, I couldn't have been in band. You know, I was in band until I was 25 years old.
Wow. I understand. I played an instrument also. I played in the orchestra, you know, up through high school. So music is important for kids.
Yeah, it is.
It's really important.
It really is. Well, Leah, I wish you luck in cross country. I'm confident that it will continue and that you'll be.
Thank you.
And then I'll ask your mom when that cross country race thing is that you do, the whole running thing.
Yeah.
And we'll come support you as in the upper room,
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is it long? Is it going to be like an all-day thing, or because
No.
running is?
No.
I get tired watching running. So.
If they're
not too
outside,
short.
you won't see it too often.
You see at the beginning and
And at the end.
They just run 3 miles. It's all.
That's it.
It's just 3 miles.
That's it, right? Just 3 miles.
Up hills. It's okay.
That's it. Well, congratulations, Leah. I'm very, very impressed, and I look
Thank
forward to
you.
cheering you on.
You were great.